anything, Lord Bailey. Please help me, dear Father.
Joseph, Jesus, Mary, please help my friend Mr. Bailey.
Help my son George tonight.
He never thinks about himself. God, that's why he's in trouble.
George is a good guy. Give him a break, God. I love him, dear Lord. Watch over him tonight.
Please, God, something's the matter with Daddy. Please bring Daddy back.
Hello, Joseph. Trouble?
Looks like we'll have to send someone down. A lot of people asking help for a man named George Bailey.
We'll have to send somebody down immediately. Whose turn is it again?
That's why I came to see you, sir. It's the clockmaker's turn again.
Oh. I suppose he hasn't got his wings yet, has he?
You passed him right up along because, you know, sir, he's got the IQ of a rabbit.
Yes, but he's got the face of a child. Simple. Joseph, send for Clarence.
You sent for me, sir?
Yes, Clarence. A man down on Earth needs our help.
Splendid. Is he sick?
No worse. He's buried. At exactly 10:45 p.m. Earth time, that man will be thinking very seriously about throwing away God's greatest gift.
Oh, dear. His life? I only have an hour to dress. What are they wearing now?
You will spend that hour getting acquainted with a man named George Bailey.
Sir, if I should complete this mission, might I perhaps get my wings? It's been over 200 years, and people are beginning to talk.
What's that book you've got there?
Oh, it's The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, sir.
Look, you do a good job with this, and you'll get your wings.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Lord George, sit down, Clarence.
Sit down. What are
If
we?
you're going to help a man, you ought to know something about it, right?
Of course.
Keep your eyes open. See the town?
What? I don't see anything.
I forgot. You haven't got your wings yet. Now look, I'll help you out. Concentrate. Get to see something?
Why, yes. It's amazing.
If you ever get your wings, you'll see all by yourself.
Wonderful. Who's that?
That's your problem. George Bailey. He's all yours. Good luck, Clarence.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Wouldn't do what?
What you were thinking of doing.
How do you know what I was thinking?
Oh, we make our business to know lots of things.
Look, whatever you're selling, I'm not interested. Please, just leave me alone.
No, you don't understand. You see, I've got a job to do here.
I said leave me alone.
This isn't going very well. Well, you said this was going to be easy. But he won't listen. I know. But first you don't succeed. Blah, blah, blah. Have you ever read Tom Sawyer?
What?
Now there's an industrious young man. Even when the chips were down, he still didn't give up. Do you remember why?
God, who cares?
He kept thinking about others, George. Not about himself, but about the people in need of it.
You just called me George. You know my name.
Oh, I know all about you. I watched you grow up from a little boy.
Can that be? I've never seen you before in my life.
You haven't needed him until now. How's your list? It looks like it's stopped bleeding.
Oh yeah, that was the answer I got to a prayer a little bit ago.
Oh, no, George. I'm the answer to your prayer.
Who are you?
Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
Oddbody. AS2, what's that? AS2?
Angel, second class.
Now I know I've lost my mind.
Not yet, but you were well on the way. That's why they sent me down. It's ridiculous to think of killing yourself for a measly $8,000.
$8,000, like things like that. How'd you know about that?
Like I was trying to tell you, George, I'm your guardian angel. I know all about you.
Yeah? Well, you look about the kind of angel I get, I'll give you that much. Sort of a fallen angel, huh? Where's your wings?
I haven't won them yet. That's why I'm an angel second class. You're going to change that
Well, I am how?
by letting me help you.
The only way you can help me is to give me $8,000 for the cost of that 12. After that, my life comes into a pumpkin.
I'm sorry, but we don't use money in heaven.
I'm sorry, that's right. I keep forgetting. But you can't seem to live without it down here. Truth be told, I'm worth a lot more dead than alive.
Oh, you mustn't say things like that. I won't get my wings with that kind of attitude. Besides, you're worth a whole lot more than you think. Why, if it hadn't
If
been
it hadn't been for me, everyone I know would be a lot better off. Everyone. My wife, my kids, my friends.
You sure do have a lot of friends. I'll say that for you. Why, they jammed up our airways for a little over an hour now.
What are you talking about?
Prayers, when they're heartfelt, they're mighty powerful. And the ones for you, why, they lift our whole celestial system.
Why? How?
Because you're such an important influence on so many people's lives. Always have been. just like Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, since when?
Since you saved your brother Harry from when he fell through the ice.
Couldn't have been but 12. Besides, that was just instinct.
Let's go, Marty. Here's the one, my scary favorite brother, Harry Bailey.
I'm not scared. Help, George! I'm falling through the ice. Help, help!
I'll help you, Harry. Hurry, everyone. Form chain so we can get him out.
There were other boys there that day, some of them older and very swimmers, but they didn't nod to their instincts. Only you did.
He was my brother.
Yes, but what about a time with Mr. Gower? When you saved him from run, that wasn't instinct, that was courage. Deep-seated and wrenchful of God's courage.
He had just received a telegram telling him that his son had died.
And he had turned mean through and through, and was drowning stars in a bottle. Remember?
It's me, Mr. Gower, George Bailey.
You're late.
Yes, sir.
Hello, George. Hello, Mary. Hello, Violet.
2 cents worth of shoelaces?
She was here first. I'm still thinking.
Shoelaces?
Please, Georgie. I like him. You like every boy. Well, what's wrong with that?
You are.
Help me down.
Help you down. Made up your mind yet?
I'll take chocolate.
With coconut?
Oh, I don't like coconut.
You don't like coconut? Say, brainless, don't you know where coconuts come from? Looky here. From Fiji Island, Coral Sea, Tahiti.
Oh, a new magazine. I never saw it before.
Of course you never. Only explorers can get it. I've been nominated for membership in the National Geographic Society.
Is this the ear you can't hear out of? George Bailey, I'll love you until the day I die.
I'm going out exploring someday. You'll see. I'll even have a couple of harems, maybe 3 or 4 wives. You wait and see.
George, you out there?
I have to help Mr. Gower now.
Sorry, Miss Mitchell, the net should have been there over an hour ago. I promise, it'll be over in 5 minutes.
Why did you do her Miss Mitchell's box cabin?
What kind of tricks are you playing, young man?
I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't? Those little Mitchell boys very sick.
You're hurting my sore ear, Mr.
You
Gower.
lazy loafer!
You don't know what you're doing. You put something bad in those capsules.
How do you mean?
You're on the you got the telegram today. I know you're upset. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
You put the wrong powder in the capsules. Just look for yourself. No. George, don't hurt my ear, Mr. Gower. No. God, no. I won't tell anyone, Mr. Gower. I promise. I know what you're feeling. I won't ever tell a soul. Hope to die. George.
Not to this day. That's remarkable.
He always cared about young people.
Well,
Gave most of us a first job.
Well, he never stopped caring about you, that's for sure. Remember when he gave you that suitcase when you thought you were finally paying off to college?
1,000 years ago.
Here you go, George. Always you in good health.
How can I ever thank you, Mr. Gower?
I graduated with honors. That makes us very proud, son.
Fat chance.
I'll lay you a bet, little brother.
Can't have the dance tonight. How do I look?
Like a goon in a penguin suit. Where's the funeral?
Oh, that's enough, you two. You look very nice, Harry.
Of course he does. It's my suit.
Well, what do you think, Aunt Tilly? Do I look good enough to eat?
Oh, if you get anywhere near me, young man, I'll hit you with this.
Oh,
bird.
Aunt Tilly, I'm in love with you, and there's a full moon out tonight.
Oh, really? Harry, that's enough.
Hey, Mom, can I borrow some plates and stuff?
Whose plates?
Mom, I'm chairman of the Eats Committee, and we need a couple dozen plates.
Now you wait a minute, young man. You can't use my Sunday china. It was my grandmother's and her mother's before that. Are you listening to me?
We're all gonna miss you, George.
Miss you too, Violet.
Say, that's some dress you've got on there.
Well, why this whole thing? Why, it's only just a hand-me-down like Harry's.
Well, it sure is pretty. Isn't it, George?
What? Oh, yeah, the dress. It's very nice, Violet.
Like I said, better be going. The dance starts in another half hour. Well, why don't you drop by later on?
I just might do that.
Hope you do. Goodbye now.
You want me to hurry to walk you over to the school?
Well, that won't be necessary. Take care, George.
You too, Violet.
Come on, Ernie. See you later, George.
See you, Ernie. Well, say, Uncle Billy, where's Pop?
Had to finish up a special report for Potter.
What's-
Board meeting's tomorrow.
I thought when Pop put him on the board of directors, he'd ease up on us. Say, what's eating that old money-grubbing buzzard anyway?
Oh, he's a sick man, George. Sick in his mind, sick in his soul. Oh, if he has one. Hates anyone that has what he can't have. And, well, hates us mostly, I'm afraid.
After you graduated, you wouldn't suppose coming back to the building alone with us, would you, George?
Not me, Uncle Billy. I couldn't face being cooped up the rest of my life in a shabby little office.
George.
Oh, I didn't mean that right. I'm sorry. It's this business of nickels and dimes, and spending your whole life trying to save 3 cents on a length of pipe. Well, I go crazy. I want to do something big, something important.
Well, George, me and your father feel that in a small way. We are doing something important. It's in the soul of a man to want to own his own roof and bed and fireplace to sit beside of an evening, and we'd like for them to feel like we're helping them get those things.
Well, Uncle Billy, you've got to admit that this town is no place for a man unless he's willing to crawl to Potter. Now, you have great talent, George. We've all seen it. So you go on and get yourself an education and, well, get out of here if you must.
Have any idea what you want to do, George?
Well, you know what I've always talked about. I want to build things. I want to build skyscrapers and live in modern cities. It's been a dream all my life.
Still after the first million before you're 30?
No, I settled for half that in cash.
Well, your Aunt Tilly and I are sure going to miss you, George.
Miss you guys too, that's for certain. Say, Uncle Billy, you mind taking this inside for me? I think I might stop by Harry's dance.
Oh, have a good time, son. See you, George.
And George did too. Now let's see. That was the night he met Mary Hatch. Of course, he knew Mary all of his life. She grew up 3 or 4 years right behind him, tagging along until one of the boys noticed her and sent her on her way. But that never discouraged her. Her and the other girls. They all had their eyes hooked on him. He just never took the bait until Harry's graduation party. That was the night they danced in Charleston with Mary Hatch, until someone hit the lock of the moving gym floor and everyone fell or jumped into a swimming pool below.
This is my big brother George. I'm putting him through college.
Hee-haw! Oh, Sam, when did you get back?
This afternoon, thought I'd give the kids a treat.
Well, college freshman now, huh?
Old Joe College, Wayne's what they call me. All freshmen, looks like you're going to make it out though. Hey Harry, you're just the guy I wanted to see. Coach has heard all about you. He has. He swallowed all the games in his mouth this water. He wants me to find out if you're going to come along with us.
Well, I gotta make some dough first.
You better make it fast. We need bread in. It's like you've not broken down old one like this guy, huh? Hee-haw!
Hello, boy.
Oh, Violet?
George, can you do me a favor? You remember my kid sister Mary, don't you?
Sure.
Can you dance for her for me?
Well, not me, Marty. I already feel silly enough with all these kids.
Just dance with her one time and give her the time of her life.
No, don't be long, Marty. I don't want to be stuck here playing wet now.
Next thing you know, she's got you for 60. That's like in court. If it wasn't for that, we're doing a cinch. I tried to figure out it was later, but nobody ever knows who it was. Nobody ever admits to it.
George, you remember? This is Mary. Well, I'll be seeing you.
Let me get back to my story.
Well.
Hey, this is my dance.
come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? And dance by the light of the moon. Hot dog, just like a church choir.
Oh, beautiful.
You should have seen the commotion in that locker room. Had to knock down 3 people to get the stuff we're wearing. Well, I bet over half your class jumped into that pool.
Well, half the town said it wasn't a good idea to build a gym floor over a swimming pool. Well, I wonder who turned the key.
Probably somebody jealous who chose me to dance with you.
Well, you think maybe?
Say, let me hold that old wet dress of yours. Hello, Mary.
Hello. Well, you look at me as if you don't know me.
Well, I don't.
Well, you pass by me on the street almost every day.
Me?
Uh-huh.
That was a little girl named Mary Hatch, but it wasn't you.
Do I look as funny as you do?
Well, I guess I'm not quite the football type. Well, you look wonderful. You know, Mary, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you're the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
I don't know, maybe I will say it. Well, how old are you anyway?
You can't ask that.
Well,
18.
18? It was only last year you were 17.
Too young or too old?
Oh, no. Just right. Your age fits you. Yes, sir, you look a little older without your clothes on. Oh, I mean without a dress on. Older. Oh, sorry.
Sir, my train, please.
Oh, pox upon me for a clumsy lout. Oh, your caboose, my lady.
You may kiss my hand.
Ah. Hello, Mary. All right, then I'll throw a rock at the old Granville house.
Oh, no, don't. I love that old house.
No, so you throw a rock and try to break some glass. You gotta be a pretty good shot nowadays, too, with all the windows broken out.
Oh, George, don't. That old place is full of romance. Oh, I'd like to live in it one day.
That old place?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't live in it as a ghost. I'm right there on the second floor there, see?
What did you wish for, George?
Well, not one wish, a whole hatful. Well, Mary, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and the next year and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet and I'm going to see the world. Italy, Greece, the Parthenon, the Colosseum. Well, then I'm going to go back to college and see what they know. Then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high. I'm going to build airfields and bridges a mile long. And what, are you going to throw a rock? Oh, that was pretty good. Well, what'd you wish for, Mary?
Buffalo gals,
Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? And dance by the light of the moon. What do you wish for me through that rock? Come on, tell me.
If I tell you, it might not come true.
Well, what did you want, Mary? Say, do you want the moon? Well, just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down for you. It's a pretty good idea. Give you the moon, Mary.
I'll take it. And then what?
Well, then you could swallow it. It would all dissolve, see? And the moonbeams, they shoot out of your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair. And... Say, am I talking too much?
Yes, you are.
Who's that?
Why don't you kiss me instead of talking to her today?
What?
You wasted on the wrong people, Ernie. You're self-made. Just wasted.
I ain't no bird, Ernie. You come back, I'll show some kissing and I'll turn your head around. Mary? Mary? Okay, I give up. Where are you?
Over here, in the bush.
Oh, here you are, catch. Wait a minute. What am I doing? This is a very interesting situation. And doesn't get in a situation like this every day.
I'd like to have my robe back, please.
Not in Bedford Falls anymore. Well, gesundheit. Yes.
Give me my robe back right now.
Well, I've read about things like this, but I never.
Oh, shame on you. I'm going to tell your mother on you.
Well, my mother's far away from me.
Well, then I'll call the police.
Well, they're way downtown. They'd be on my side, too.
Well, then scream.
Now, Mary, the point is, in order to get this robe back, I've got it. I'll make a deal with you, Mary.
George, come on, quick! Your father's had a stroke.
Pop! Well, Mary, I'm sorry. I've got to go.
Come on, George, quick!
Well, has he got a doctor?
Yes, get there now.
Why, George, I say your father was the building and loan here in Bedford Falls.
I have to agree with you on that, Mr. Potter.
Yes. Of course, he was no businessman. It's probably what got him killed. Oh, I mean, no disrespect, George. God bless his soul. He was a man of high ideals, so-called. Of course, ideals without common sense can ruin this town. That's why at the next Board of Trustees meeting, I'm going to make a motion.
A motion?
Yes. A motion to dissolve this institution and turn over all assets and liabilities over to receivership.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Potter.
Take this loan application to the board to act on this morning. To Ernie Bishop. You know, that guy walks around all town delivering mail, usually late because he's always stopping to talk to everyone. Anyways, I happened to find out that he went to the bank for a loan and they turned him down. Then he went to your building and loan and you were willing to make him a loan worth $5,000. Why?
Well, I handle that, Mr. Potter. You have all the papers right there. His salary, his insurance. When I can personally vouch for his character.
Oh, yeah. Friend of yours?
Yes, sir.
Shoot some pool with the manager's son and you can get a loan, huh? And what does that get the building and loan? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class? Not because a few starry-eyed dreamers like your father stir them up and fill their heads with a lot of nonsense and impossible ideas.
Well, wait a minute, Mr. Potter. My father's no businessman, I know that. But why you ever started this penny-ante building and loan, I'll never know. Neither you nor anyone else can say anything bad about his character. Well, in 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this, well, he never thought about himself once to save any money. Well, he didn't save enough money to send Harry to school, let alone me. But he did help a few people get out of your slums, Mr. Potter. And what's wrong with that? See, just remember, this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Was it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? Well, anyway, my father didn't think so. See, this rabble, they were people to him. But to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, my father died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not talking about your book, young man.
I know very well what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on. It's galling you, that's what you're talking about. I'll see you at the board meeting, Mr. Potter.
But you're not on the board.
I hold my father's proxy so I can attend and cast a vote. See, the way I see it, Mr. Potter, this town needs this measly one-horse institution, if only, to have one place where they can go without crawling to you.
Get me out of here. Sentimental hogwash. I'm still going to make my motion, young man. And we'll see who has the power in this town.
So you spoke eloquently at the board meeting, and they voted Potter down, remember?
Yeah, but on one condition I hadn't banked on.
That you take your father's place, and you did, and you gave Harry all of your college money and sent him off to college.
He became a football star, made second team, All-American.
And you grew 4 years older, waiting for Harry to return.
Now look here, plenty of jobs for somebody who likes to travel. Right here, Venezuela oil fields, man, one with engineering experience. Right here, the Yukon, man, one with construction experience. Plenty of jobs, plenty of jobs. I'll never be without a job. Oh, there she blows. Well, say, do you know what the three most exciting sounds in the world are?
Yeah, breakfast is served, lunch is served, dinner is served.
No, anchor chains, plane motors, and train whistles. Well, there he is now. Can you see him? Old Professor Harry Bailey.
George and Uncle Billy. Well, you guys haven't changed a bit.
Nothing ever changes in Bedford Falls. You know that.
Well, where's Mom?
Well, she's at home cooking a fatty calf. Come on.
Oh, wait. Actually, I have a surprise for you guys. I'd like for you to meet Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
I said I had a surprise, and, well, here she is. Be my new wife.
Well, what do you know? Well, what?
Hello. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Well, why don't you tell somebody, huh?
I can't believe it. Are you really married?
Why, yes.
Well, say, what's a pretty little thing like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine, huh?
Purely mercenary. My father offered him a job.
Well, Harry's cup runneth over. He got you and the job.
Yes, that's true.
Wait, Ruth spoke out of turn. I haven't accepted anything yet. You've been holding down the ropes for 4 years, and I don't want to let you down. I wanted to talk to you about the bags.
George, that's all Harry talks about.
Now, what about this job?
Well, my father owns a glass factory in Buffalo, and he wants to get Harry started in the research business.
Is it a good job?
Yes, very. Not much money, but a good future, you know. Harry's a genius in research. My father just fell in love with him.
You did too.
Oh boy, it feels so good. I can spit and you know what? I think I will. What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh man, I think I should go home. Say, where's my hat? Oh, thanks, George. Which one's mine?
The middle one.
Oh. Thanks, George, my oh boy. Here, will you point me in the right direction?
Sure thing, sure thing. All right. You're gonna go right down that way, straight on, all right?
Thanks, my old building bum pal. Wow, wow, Irish roll. All right. All right.
That's for nothing.
Hello, Mother.
Well, what are you doing? Wishing on the moon?
Oh, no, I've given up on that. Just getting some air.
Well, do you hear Mary Hatch is back from school?
Uh-huh.
It's a nice girl, Mary.
Mm.
Kind that'll help you find the right answers, George.
Mm.
Can you give me one good reason why I shouldn't call on Mary?
Sure, Sam Wainwright. Yeah, Sam's crazy about Mary.
But she's not crazy about him.
How do you know? She discussed it with you?
No.
Well, how do you know?
Well, I have eyes, haven't I? And she lights up like a firefly whenever you're around.
Oh.
And besides, Sam Wainwright's off in New York, and you're here in Bedford Falls.
No, it's fair enough with them, huh?
Well, I don't know much about war.
Mother of mine, I can see right through you, right to your back collar button. Trying to get rid of me, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, here's your hat. What's your hurry? All right, Mother, old building alone, pal. If you insist, I'll go out and find a girl and do some passionate necking.
George!
Now, if you'll just point me in the right direction. That's right. Nice, baby. hello, Violet. Say, how's business at the old-fashioned permanent wave shop?
Not a tidal wave yet, but I'm getting some city mothers in, thanks to you. Well, what gives with you?
Nothing.
Well, where are you going?
You know me, I'll probably just end up down at the library.
Georgie, don't you ever get tired of just reading about things?
Yes. What are you doing tonight?
Oh, not a thing.
For your game, Violet, let's make a night of it.
Oh, I'd love it, Georgie. What do we do?
Well, let's go out in the fields and take off our shoes and walk through the grass.
Huh?
We can climb Mount Bedford. Well, there's a green pool up there, and we can swim in it. We can watch the sunrise over the peaks, and we can stay up there the whole night, and everyone will be talking to me.
Walk in the grass in my bare feet? George, have you gone crazy? In Mount Bedford. Who would want to climb all the way to Mount Bedford? Well, it's got to be a 10-mile hike at least.
Well, forget the whole thing. It's just a crazy idea.
You're telling me. Good night, George.
Oh, there you are.
Hello, Mary. Just happened to be passing by.
Yes, I see that. Have you made up your mind?
How's that?
Have you made up your mind?
About what?
We're paying a visit. Your mother phoned and said you were on your way.
My mother called you? How'd she know?
Well, didn't you tell her?
I didn't tell anybody. I just went for a walk. Didn't happen to be passing by.
Would you like to come up on the porch and sit a minute?
Well, maybe just for a minute. When'd you get back?
Tuesday.
Did you get that dress?
How do you like it?
It's okay. Figured you'd stay in New York with Sam and Angie and the rest of them.
Well, I worked up there a couple of vacations, but I don't know. I guess I just got homesick.
Homesick? For Bedford Falls?
Well, yes, and my family and, well, everything. Well, aren't you going to come up on the porch?
Well, maybe just for a minute, but, well, I want you to know, I didn't tell anybody I was coming over here.
Would you rather leave?
Well, no. I mean, I wouldn't want to be rude.
Come on in. Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? Can't you come out tonight?
Can't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? And dance by the light of the moon.
Mary! Mary, who's down there with you?
Oh, it's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What does he want?
Well, I don't know. What do you want?
Me, not a thing.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
Don't you leave the house either. Sam Wainwright promised to call you from New York tonight.
Say, what's your mother mean? I didn't even come here to...
Well, what did you come here for?
I don't know, you tell me. How you're supposed to be the one with all the answers, huh? You tell me.
Why don't you just go home?
Well, that's where I'm going. Don't know why I came here in the first place. Well, good night.
Good night.
No!
Get it?
There, he's waiting!
Hello?
Forgot my hat.
Oh, hee-haw, Sam. How are you? Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Sam. Oh, guess who's here? George Bailey.
My old buddy George. Come on.
Oh, he wants to speak to you, George.
He doesn't want to speak to Joe!
Oh, he does too. He asked for him.
Me?
Sam, long distance, hurry.
Hello?
George Bailey. Hey, I'm how you are. What are you trying to do? Steal my girl?
What do you mean? Nobody's trying to steal anybody's girl. Here's Mary.
No, wait a minute. I want to talk to you. Tell Mary to get in.
Who wants to get on the extension?
Oh, well, Mother's on the extension.
No, I'm not!
Here. Now we can both hear. We're listening, Sam.
I have a big deal tonight. George, remember that night Martin's bar was home you read something about
What? Soybeans. Yeah, sure.
Well, that's not what it is. I'm going to go back to the Rochester.
Rochester? Why Rochester? Why not here in Bedford Falls? Well, tell your dad he can use that old machine and works place. He'll get all the labor he wants, too.
I can always count on you, George. And Mary, you're now look, George, have you got any money?
Money? Yeah, well, a little.
Well, that was nice. I want you to put every time you run out of every
George, I make no joke. That is one of America that broken down building. This is the biggest thing in the radio I've ever been from. Oh, Mary.
I'm listening.
Do you feel like I'm giving you the chance of a lifetime? You can't feel like
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Now listen here. I don't want any plastics or soybeans or ground floors, and I don't want to get married to anyone ever. You understand that? I want to do what I want to do. Mary. Look at this champagne.
Oh, thank you, Ernie. Say, where are you going on this now honeymoon?
Here, hold this, Mary. Where are we going? Well, look at this. There's a kitty, Ernie. Here, count it, Mary.
Oh, I feel like a bootlegger's my foot.
Well, we're going to shoot the works. A whole week in Bermuda, a whole week in New York, the highest hotels, the richest caviar, the oldest champagne, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
Well, that does it.
Well, then what, honey?
Well, after that, who cares?
Woo, that does it.
Hey, I hate to interrupt anything here, but there's something funny going on down at the bank. I've never seen one, but it's got all the earmarks of a run.
Oh, my God.
If you got any money in the bank, folks, you really better hurry.
I'll be just a minute, Mary.
Oh, please, let's not stop. Let's just keep going.
I'll be just a minute. What's the meaning of this? A holiday?
This is what you call a pickle, George. A real pickle.
Well, slow down. How did it start?
How does anything like this ever start? All that I know is the bank called our loan.
When?
About an hour ago, and I had to hand in all our cash.
All of it?
Every cent of it, and it was less than the bill.
Holy mackerel.
The whole town's gone crazy.
Well, Mr. Potter, what do we owe this unexpected visit?
George, there's a rumor going around town that you're going to close your doors early today. Is that true?
Not for another 10 minutes. Usual closing time.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear. George, are you in trouble? Do you need me to phone the sheriff?
Sheriff, what for?
Well, mobs can get quite ugly sometimes.
Mr. Potter, I can assure you all of our customers are very polite.
Oh, I'm sure. George, I'm going all out to help in this crisis. I've already guaranteed to make sufficient funds to meet their needs. They'll close down for a week and then reopen.
Taking over the bank.
I may lose a fortune, but I'm willing to guarantee your people too. Now, everybody, just bring your shares over to the bank and I will pay 50 cents on the dollar.
Mr. Potter, I'm sure that won't be necessary. We can take care of all of our customers right here.
Just don't close down before 6, or you'll never reopen. And remember, 50 cents on the dollar.
You never miss a trick, do you, Mr. Potter? Well, you're gonna miss this one. Now, people, just listen to me. I mean, you heard Mr. Potter. The bank will be open in a week.
I've got my money here, George, and I'll take it now.
Well, Mrs. Andrews, you think of this place all wrong. You said I had the money back in the safe. Your money's not here. Your money's in the Gowers, and that's right next to the Martinis and 100 others. Well, you're lending them the money to build, and they're going to pay it back to you as soon as they can. Well, what are you going to do? Foreclose on them?
I've got $242 here, George, and $242 is not going to break anybody.
All right. Give me one of those forms. Here, you sign this to get your money in 60 days.
60 days?
Well, now that's what you agreed to when you bought your shares. Ms. Andrews, stick to your original agreement on this. Give us 60 days.
Are you going to Potter's? Better half than nothing.
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on. Hey. Look, we can stick through this. I know times are bad, but we'll think about what's going to happen. When Potter gets to hold this building alone, there will be another decent house built in this town. He's already got control of the bus station, the department stores, the bank. Well, he wants to keep you living in his slums, paying the kind of rent he decides. But we can't let him. Now look, we can stick through this, but we have to stay together. We have to have faith in each other.
But my husband hasn't worked in over a year, and I need money, George.
How are we going to live without the bank open?
We've got doctor bills to pay.
Yeah, George, and I need cash. I can't feed my kids on faith, George.
Well, how much do you need?
Hey, that's right. Well, I got $2,000. All right. Miss Andrews, how much do you need?
$242.
Miss Andrews, this is enough to tide you over to the bank reopens.
I'll take $242.
There you go.
That'll close my account.
Hey, your account's still here. That's a loan. All right. Ernie?
I got $300 here, George.
Ernie, just enough to tide you over to the bank reopens.
The post 20 will be just fine.
$20. All right, there you go. Thanks, Ernie. All right, now, Mrs. Thompson?
But it's your own money, George.
Never mind about that. How much do you want?
I'll get along just fine with 20, all right?
$20. All right. There you go.
And I'll sign a paper.
You don't have to sign anything. I know you pay it back as soon as you can. All right. All right, Mrs. Martini?
Can I have 1750?
17. Oh, of course you can have it. Anybody got 50 cents? But here, you take over. What am I going to do with the honeymoon? What you got right
I'm
there?
sure Mary will understand, George.
There you go. Thank you.
I think we're going to make it, George. I think we're going to make it.
Me too. Look at that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bingo! We made it! George, we're still in business. Look, we've got $2 left.
Here, get a trade for these two great, big, important simoleons.
Save and proceed.
Oh, you're right. There's a mama dollar and a papa dollar. Well, if you want to keep this all building along going, you better have a family real quick. Oh, yeah, me too. You hear that, Uncle Billy? Rabbits. Here's to the rabbits. Now let's celebrate. Holy mackerel, I'm married. Will you get my wife on the phone?
George, Mrs. Bailey's on the phone for you.
I don't want Mrs. Bailey, I want my wife.
George.
Mrs. Bailey, oh, that is my wife. Mary? Well, Mary, listen. Come home. What home? 320 Sycamore. Whose home's that? Waldorf Hotel.
These are the company's posters. He's not going to like this. How would you like to get a ticket this week? Haven't you got any romance in you? Sure, I had it, but I lost it. Liver pills. Who wants to see liver pills on their honeymoon? We need beautiful places. Romantic places. Places George always wanted to go. Hurry up, get these posters up, he's coming. Oh, the groom, you idiot. This is their honeymoon. Go, go. Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
I love you truly, truly, my dear. Life with its shadows, life with its tears.
Remember the night we broke the windows in this old house? This is what I wished for.
Oh.
Oh, Martini, rent the new house.
Rent? You hear what you say, Mr. Bailey?
What's that?
I own the house. Me, Giuseppe Martini. I own my house. No more we live like pigs.
I'll take the kids over. Mr. and Mrs. Martini, welcome home.
We'll get George always making a speech. Hee-haw.
There's Sam Wainwright.
Oh, who cares? Bread, that this house may never know hunger. Salt, that life may always have flavor.
And wine, that peace and prosperity may reign forever. Mr. and Mrs. Martini, welcome home.
Miss Carter is here to see you, sir.
You can't dismiss this Bailey Park anymore. Mr. Potter is cutting deeper and deeper into your rental process.
Bailey family has been a pain in my neck long enough.
As you know, he built up a whole subdivision out next to the cemetery, dozens and dozens of the prettiest little homes you've ever seen. I'm thinking seriously of purchasing one myself.
Don't you dare.
The point is, Mr. Potter, 90% of the residents used to pay their rent to you. Now, if I were you...
Well, you are not me.
As I say, I'm just a lowly bank examiner, but if you're not careful, one of
I'm a
you-
busy man, Miss Carter. I don't have time to idle conjecture all day. Well, cut into my revenue, will you? Well, I'll show you a thing or two, Mr. Bailey.
We just stopped in town to take a look at the new factory. Then we're going to drive down to Florida.
Well, why don't you have your friends join us?
Sure, why don't you drive down with us?
Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't get away, Sam.
Still got your nose to the old grindstone? Judy, I offered to let George in on the ground floor of Pot Six. He turned me down flat.
Well, don't rub it in, Sam.
It was nice meeting you, Mary, George.
So long, George. See you later.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Mr. Bailey is here, sir.
Good. Send him in.
Right away, sir. Mr. Bailey, Mr. Carter will see you now.
Thank you. George, it's a pleasure to see you. I'm so happy to see you.
It's quite an unusual request, Mr. Potter.
How's that?
Well, you asked me to pay you a visit.
I don't see what's so unusual about it. Thought the two of us should get better acquainted. Here, have a cigar.
Thank you, sir. Wow, this is quite a cigar, sir.
You like it? Well, I'll send you a box.
Well, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later, but, well, what's this all about?
George. That's what I like about you so much. George, I'm an old man, and most people hate me, but I don't like them either, so that makes it all even. Now, you know just as well as I do that I own practically every building in this town, but the Bailey building alone. You must also know that for some time now I have been trying to obtain it, or kill it. But, of course, I haven't been able to do so. You have stopped me. In fact, you have beaten me, George. And if you ask anyone in this county, that takes some doing. Take during the Depression, for instance. You and I were the only ones who kept our heads. You saved the building loan, and I saved all the rest.
Will someone say that you stole all the rest?
Ah, the envious ones say that, George. Suckers. Now, I've stated my side quite fairly. Let's take a look at your side. Young man, 27, 28, married, making, say, I don't know, $40 a week?
45.
45. Out of which, after supporting your wife and your mother and paying your bills, you get to keep, say, 10. If you skip, a child or two comes along and you don't even get to keep the 10. Now, this was some ordinary yokel. I'd say he'd be doing quite fine. But George Bailey is no ordinary yokel. He's an intelligent, smart, and ambitious young man who hates his job, who hates the building loan almost as much as I do. A young man who's been dying to get out on his own ever since he was born. A young man, the smartest of the crowd, mind you. A young man who has to sit by and watch his friends go places because he's trapped. Yes, sir, trapped into frittering his life away, playing nursemaid to a lot of garlic eaters. Do I paint a correct picture, or do I exaggerate?
Now, what's your point, Mr. Potter?
My point is, I want to hire you.
Hire you?
Yes, I want you to manage my affairs, run my properties. George, I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
$20,000 a year?
You wouldn't mind living in the nicest house in town, would you? Buying your wife a lot of fine clothes, going on a couple of business trips to New York every year, maybe every once in a while. New York? You wouldn't mind that, would you, George?
Would I? You're not talking to somebody else here, are you? This is me you're talking to. You remember me, right? George Bailey.
Yes, George Bailey, whose ship has just sailed in. Mind you, he has the brains to climb aboard.
Now, what about the building alone?
Oh, confound it, man. Are you afraid of success? I'm offering you a 3-year contract starting at $20,000 a year. Now, is it a deal or isn't it?
Mr. Potter, I know I ought to jump at the chance, but I wonder if you give me 24 hours to think it over.
Oh, sure. You can go home and talk to your wife about it.
I'd like to do that.
In the meantime, I'll drop the papers.
All right, Mr. Potter.
All right, George.
Wait a minute. No, hang on. I don't need 24 hours. I don't need to talk to anybody. The answer is no. Doggone it, the way you sit around here and you spin your little webs, you think the whole world revolves around you and your money. Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter. Well, let's say in the whole vast configuration of things, you were nothing but a scurvy little spider. And it goes for you, too. And it goes for you, too.
Hi. Been a rough day? Buffalo gals.
Mary Hatch, why'd you ever marry a guy like me?
How to keep from being an old maid?
Could have married Sam Wainwright or anybody else in town.
Well, I didn't want to marry anybody else in town. I want my baby to look like you.
You were on a honeymoon. Well, I promise you that. You're what?
Our baby.
Mary, are you on the nest?
In a manner of speaking.
Well, what is it, a boy or a girl?
You were on top of the world then, George Bailey. Couldn't have been happier.
It was nearly 10 years ago. We've been through a war since then.
Yes, and your wife has given birth to not one, but 4 beautiful children. And your brother Harry, he's been decorated with the Congressional Medal of Honor. President decorates Harry Bailey.
That was the headline of this morning's paper.
Yes, this morning, about 10 a.m., when your wife had sent you out to go get a read, and Uncle Billy, oh yes, Uncle Billy, was on his way to the bank.
Extra, read all about it. Local boy wins Congressional Medal of Honor.
decorated by the president.
Give me one of those papers. One of those Bailey boys again.
Ah, good morning, Mr. Potter. What's the news? Well. Harry Bailey wins Congressional Medal of Honor. That couldn't be one of those Bailey boys, could it? You just can't keep those Baileys down now, can you, Potter?
How does Slacker George feel about that?
Very jealous. Oh, yes. Very jealous. He only lost 2 buttons off his vest. You know, George would have gotten 2 of those medals if he'd been allowed to go.
Oh, yes, I know. He has a bad ear.
That's right. After all, Potter, people like George had to stay home. Not every heel was in Germany or Japan.
Give me my paper back. Oh, buy your own if you want to drool over it. What's this? What? Wait. Yes, why not? Quick, take me to the bank.
Extra, read all about it. President decorates Harry Bailey.
Oh, George, it's Harry. Long distance to Washington.
Well, Harry, what do you know about that?
Oh, we reversed the charges. It's okay, isn't it?
What do you mean, is it okay? For a hero?
Oh, he's coming. Here's your brother, Harry.
Harry, old 7-conscious son of a gun, how are you? Oh, really? What do you know about that? Well, Mother had lunch with the president's wife.
Oh, wait until Uncle Billy hears about this. What do they have to eat?
Well, what they have to eat? Well, Harry used to see what they're cooking up in the town for you. Well, really? Oh, wow. The Navy's flying Mother home this afternoon.
In a plane?
In a plane. Harry. Uncle Billy. Has Uncle Billy come in yet?
Oh, no, he's not back from the bank yet.
He's not in yet, Harry. Well, listen.
George.
Now, tell me about it.
George.
What?
That woman's here again.
What woman?
The bank examiner, George.
Thanks. Harry, here, talk to Aunt Tilly again for a minute, will you?
George, can I see you for a second?
Violet, of course you can. We'll just step into my office there. I'll be right with you, all right? Well, hello, Miss
Carter. Thank you, Senator.
Carter. Glad you see we're all a buzz around here. My brother, Harry, just got decorated with the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Well, I guess they do those things. I trust you had a good year.
Good year? I'll tell you the truth, Mrs. Carter. We're broke.
Very funny.
Yes, well, just step into that office right there.
Although I shouldn't wonder, when you hear reverse charges on personal on this call,
George, should I hang up?
No, he wants to talk to Uncle Billy. You just hang on a minute.
now if you'll cooperate, I'd like to finish with you by tonight. I want to spend Christmas in Elmira with my sister and her family.
I don't blame you one bit, Mrs. Carter. Now, if you just step into that office right there, I'm sure everything will work out. I'm sure Uncle Billy has everything all laid out for you.
Oh, here's Uncle Billy. Hurry, Uncle Billy, hurry. It's Harry, long distance.
Not right now. I can't talk to anyone right now.
Uncle Billy, Harry, your nephew.
Hello? Hi, Harry. Yes, everything's fine.
Mr. Bailey!
What? Oh, yes?
Oh, another Mr. Bailey. You do just fine. Perhaps better. May I see you here for a moment, please? I have some questions.
Dear. Yes, I'll be right there. Where's George?
Oh, he's in the office of Violet Peterson.
I need to speak with him as soon as he gets out.
All right.
Character, what happened?
Well, it takes a lot of character to leave your hometown and start all over again.
No, George, don't.
Well, here now, you're broke, aren't you?
I know, but
Well, here, take it. It's a loan. It's my business, building a loan. Besides, you'll get a job.
well, I know you, George Bailey.
What's the matter? Merry Christmas, Vi.
Merry Christmas, George.
Mr. Bailey, there seems to be a problem here.
Problem? What kind of problem?
George, can I speak with you for a moment?
Of course, Uncle Billy. Come on. Billy, what is it?
George.
What? Oh dear, is that your bad ear? No.
Then you heard what I said.
Afraid so. How much? How much? Well, you sure you had the money with you?
Yes, I was counting it. I think.
Think! Well, Uncle Billy, we gotta find that money.
I'm no use to you. I'm no use to you, George. I'm not.
No, think. Did you buy anything?
No, not even a stick of gum.
No. Well, is there any place you would think to hide the money? Any place in your house? Any place at all?
No, nothing like that.
Now listen to me. Listen to me, you stupid, silly old fool. We gotta find that money. You listen what this means? It means bankruptcy, scandal, prison time.
No, no.
Yes, that's what it means. Look, one of us is gonna go to jail. Well, it's not gonna be me. George!
Horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way, hop, 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 bells are all to ring. Making spirits bright, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. To the world the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Oh, hello, darling. Hello, Daddy. Well, how do you like it? Bless you, bless you. Did you bring the wreath? Daddy, did you bring the Christmas wreath?
Wreath? What wreath?
Well, the Christmas wreath for the window.
No, I left it at the office.
Is it snowing?
Just started.
Well, where's your coat and hat?
Left them at the office.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Everything's all right.
Well, isn't it wonderful about Harry? Oh, I bet I had over 50 calls. Your mother's so
Must she
excited.
keep playing that?
She had to sing the party tonight, Daddy. Mommy says we can stay up till midnight and sing Christmas carols. You can too, Daddy. Daddy, the rooms next door have a new car. You should see it.
What's the matter with our car? Isn't it good enough for you?
Yes, Daddy. Well, you better hurry and shave. The families will be here soon.
Families? I don't want the families over here. Jojo, what's the matter with you?
Oh, she's got a cold. She caught it on the way home. I gave her a flower for a prize. She didn't want to crush it, so she didn't button up her coat. Go to bed, darling.
What do you have, Zuzu? A sore throat?
Just a cold. The doctor says it's nothing serious.
Doctor? Was the doctor over here?
Oh, yes, I called him right away. But he says it's nothing to worry about.
Are you running a fever, little one?
Just a teensy one. 99.6. She'll be all right.
You gotta get off this floor, little one. It's cold down here. I wanna hear. I wanna get some flower drink. Let me. Okay, all right. I'll taste it. There. Good as new. Will you do me a favor? You go to sleep. I know. Oh, it's your flower. Oh, all right. Tell you what. Go to sleep now. You can dream about it. By morning, it'll be a whole garden. Uh-huh. Go to sleep, woman. This old house. Don't know why we all don't have pneumonia yet. Crappy old barn. Why we have to live in this place and stay around this crummy, measly old town anyway?
What's wrong? How do you spell Frankenstein?
How should I know? Ask your mother.
Telephone, I'll get it. Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Bailey. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Welch. Well, I'm sure she'll be all right. The doctor says she ought to be out of bed in time to have her Christmas dinner.
Is that Susan's teacher?
Yes.
Let me talk to her. Hello, Mrs. Welch? This is George Bailey, Susan's father. Say, what do you mean sending her home like that half naked? You realize she'll probably end up with pneumonia on account of you? Will you let me handle this? Is this what we pay taxes for, to have teachers like you, silly, stupid, careless people? Who would send our children home without any clothes on? Maybe our children aren't the best dressed. They don't have any decent clothes.
Hello? Oh, Mrs. Welch, I'd like... Hello? She's hung up.
I'll hang her up. I'll get it. Hello? Hello? What? Oh, Mr. Welch, that's okay. It gives me a chance to say, oh, I really think you're white. What? Oh, you will, huh? All right, Mr. Welch, anytime you think you're man enough. What? Hello? He hung up.
Daddy, how do you spell hallelujah?
How should I know? What do I look like, a dictionary? Well, Jenny, stop it. You play that silly tune over and over again. Now stop it. Stop it. Marion, sorry. Pete, I owe you an apology too. What is it you wanted to know?
Nothing, Daddy.
Jenny, I'm sorry. You go on and practice. What's the matter with everybody? Janie, I told you to practice. So go on, play.
Oh, Daddy.
George, why must you torture the children?
Sorry.
Bedford 247, please.
Daddy in trouble?
Yes, Pete.
Can I pray for him?
Yes, Janie.
Me too?
You too, Tommy. Uncle Billy?
Mr. Potter, thank you for seeing me on such a short notice. Well, I'll get right to it. For some sort of accident, my company's short in their accounts, and we need to raise $8,000 before midnight tonight.
Oh, that's what the reporters wanted to talk to you about.
Reporters?
Yes, they phoned me up from your building alone. Oh, there's a man from the DA's office there looking for you.
Mr. Potter, you've got to help me. Well, can't you see what it means to my family? Well, I'll pay any sort of interest on the loan, anything you want. Well, we still want the building alone.
George, could it be there's a slight discrepancy in the books?
No, sir, there's nothing wrong with the books. I've simply misplaced $8,000.
You misplaced $8,000?
Yes, sir.
Well, have you notified the police?
No, sir, I didn't want the publicity. See, Harry's homecoming tomorrow.
Oh, they're going to believe that one. What have you been doing, George? Playing market with the company's money?
No, sir, I haven't.
What is it? A woman, then? You know, it's all over town that you've been giving money to that Violet Peterson.
What?
No, not that it's any of my concern, but why did you come to me? Why didn't you go to Sam Wainwright and ask him for the money?
He's in Europe. I can't get a hold of him.
Well, what about all your other friends?
You don't have that kind of money, Mr. Potter. You know that. But you're the only one in town that can help me.
Oh, I've suddenly become quite important. What securities would I have, George? Have you any stocks?
No, sir.
Bonds? Real estate? Collateral of any kind?
I have some life insurance. $15,000 policy.
Yes. Yes. How much of your equity is it?
$500.
Look at you. You used to be so cocky. You know, you once called me a warped, frustrated old man. But what are you but a warped, frustrated young man? A miserable little clerk crawling in here on your hands and knees begging for help. No stocks, no bonds, nothing but a lousy $500 equity and a life insurance policy. But you're worth more dead than alive. Why don't you go to the riffraff you love so much and ask them for the money? You know why? Because they'd run you out of town on a rail. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, George. As a stockholder of the building and loan, I'm going to file out a warrant for your arrest. Yes, misappropriation of funds, malfeasance, manipulation.
No.
Oh, go on. You can't hide in a little town like this.
God, if you can hear me, I'm no praying man, but if you can hear me, I'm at the end of my rope. Please show me the way.
Very gentle, we'll have nothing new to say. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day. To save us all from Satan's power, we have gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Georgia baby, is that you? Come on.
Oh, I can't. Not tonight, Mr. Martini.
Wait a minute. Did you just call that man George Bailey?
Why, yes, this is Mr. Georgia Bailey, brother of the young man who has just been given the congressional medal.
And that's what you get for calling my wife like that. She tried to out his head and she wouldn't even come out with us. No, it's not enough. My wife tried so hard to teach your stupid kids how to read and write, and this is how you go to betray her. Mr. Well! Oh, hell with it, I'm going home.
Yeah, aren't we gonna sing anymore?
Come on.
Silent night, holy night, all is cool, all is bright,
You all right, George?
Sure.
You want me to take you home?
I'm all right, honey. You go on with your friends. I'll be all right.
Are you sure you're okay?
Where's my life?
You're what?
Nothing. Ernie, you go on with your friends. I'll be all right.
Ernie, are you coming?
Yeah, I'll be right there. Well, Merry Christmas, George.
Merry Christmas. God, you know I'm no praying man, but please, I'm at the end of my rope. I don't know what to do. Please.
That's where I can end.
You mean you actually heard my prayers up there?
Yours and a dozen others. You'd be surprised how many people are concerned about you.
Not actually. I find out I've ruined their lives.
You never ruined anyone's life, George. Besides, this isn't your fault.
Sure it is. Just ask Mr. Potter. I'm the president of the company. I'm the one to be held responsible.
You think killing yourself will make everyone feel better?
It's supposed to be better if I'd never been born at all.
What'd you say?
Said I wish I'd never been born.
Oh, you mustn't say things like that. I won't get my... Wait a minute. Now that's an idea. What do you think? Yeah, that'll work. All right, you got your wish. You've never been born. Oh, you don't have to make all that fuss about it.
What'd you say?
You got your wish. You've never been born. No obligations, no worries, no $8,000 to get, no car to with the sheriff.
Say something else from that ear.
Sure, you can hear all of it.
It's the doggonest thing. I haven't heard anything of that ear since I was a kid. Oh. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, look, it's two more suckers. Let's sing to them.
What, Mr. Martini?
That's my name, and this is my poison.
Giuseppe? What, Giuseppe? Don't you recognize me?
Did you hear that, Giovanni? He knows your name. Now we've got to sing to him.
Oh, hang on, this can't be right. Mr. Martini, where's your wife? Where's Mrs. Martini?
She's home. They're on home. And that's what makes it a Merry Christmas. Isn't that right, Prince?
No, that can't be right. I just saw her a little bit ago. Lots of other women and children, too.
When? Where? You're not going to snitch on us, are you?
Wait a minute. I know you. You just hit me in the jaw a little bit ago.
I already hit him, fellas. Did you hear that? Did it hurt? Oh, here's the boy. Here's what's up in we are.
Hey, look, good old panhandler. Try out it does it again.
I don't like that guy.
Hey, spare me a dime or a drink. I'll sell her a drink.
Mr. Gower. Mr. Gower, it's me, George Bailey. Don't you recognize me?
Oh, come on. Let's get out of here.
Well, you own the corner drugstore. I used to work for you. Please, you gotta remember.
No, I know why I don't like you. That rum had spent 20 years in prison for poisoning a kid. And if you know of yourself, you must be a jailbird. Come on.
Wait for me.
You see, George, we weren't there to stop Garrett from playing.
What do you mean I wasn't there? I remember it distinctly. Say, who are you?
Like I've been trying to tell you, George, I'm your guardian angel.
I don't get it.
It's all because you were not born.
Not born.
That's right.
Wasn't born? Who am I?
You're nobody. You have no identity.
What do you mean, no identity? My name is George Bailey. I was born here, July 12th, 1907, right here in Bedford Falls.
You won't find any public record of that. Besides, this isn't Bedford Falls anymore. It's Pottersville.
Pottersville? No.
I'm afraid so. And there is no George Bailey. Never has been. You see, George, you've been given a great gift. A chance to see what the world will be like without you.
Violet?
That's what they call me.
Violet, I'm sure glad to see you.
Well, I'm glad to see you too. New in town, who gave you my name?
I'm George Bailey.
Oh, of course you are. And if anyone asks, I've never seen or heard of you before.
But you have. We grew up together.
I don't think so good looking, but I'm sure wish we had.
Oh, please, Violet, you gotta remember.
Oh, I've got all night. You want to tell me about it?
Your name's Violet Peterson. You were born right here July 10th. No, wait a minute. No. 1911, that's right. Well,
wait a minute. What are you, some sort of private eye? Oh, I should have known. Don't you guys give it a break? It's Christmas Eve, for God's sake.
Well, no, Violet, you don't
Oh,
understand
yes,
that.
I do. Well, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Now, that's my motto. Now, give it a rest or get out of here.
Well, Violet.
Or I'll call the police, George, or whatever your name is. And I don't think you want me to do that. Merry Christmas.
Mother. Boarding house. Used to be my mother's place. What's going on here?
Well, what do you want? If you're looking for a room, I've got no vacancy.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, please. I'm lost and confused, and well, I need a place to stay. Please, I just need to sort some things out. Please, let me in.
I told you I've got no vacancy. And besides, I don't take in strangers unless referred by someone. Trevor on Maple Street, 161 Maple.
Oh, wait, Uncle Billy, your brother-in-law. I know Uncle Billy.
How do you know him?
I've seen him around.
When? When did you see him?
Well, just today over at his house.
That's a lie. He's been in the state asylum for over 5 years since he lost his business.
No. Harry, your son Harry.
My only son drowned at the age of 9.
No, that can't be right. No, he's alive. He went to war. He's coming home tomorrow. He won the Congressional Medal of Honor. He's a hero.
I'm going to call the police.
Well, no, Mom. No.
It's strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many others that when he isn't there, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he?
He saved the lives of everyone on that transport. He's a hero.
Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. You see, George, you really have a wonderful life. Don't you see what a terrible thing it would be to throw it all away?
Clarence?
Yes, George?
Who's married?
Oh, I don't...
If you know where she is, tell me.
You're not going to like it, George.
Was she alive?
Yes, she's alive, and she never married, but something happened. She changed.
Mary?
Please God, me to keep your way from me to get my wings.
Mary!
Who are you? What do you want?
Mary, it's me, it's George.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Mary, what happened to us?
Get away from me!
Mary, please. I'm your husband, George. You gotta
Please
remember.
don't touch me, please! No! Somebody help me!
No! Mary! Mary, please! Clarence! Please, Clarence! Please get me back. I don't care what happens to me. Please just get me back to my wife and my kids. Please, Clarence. Please, I want to live again.
George? George! Hey, George, what's going on?
I didn't do anything to her, Bird, honest.
What are you talking about? Understand what you're yelling for, George?
George. Bert, do you know me?
No, you. I'm looking all over town for you. Half the town's out looking.
Mary!
Yeah, Mary called. And so did Martini and Joe for Billy. Even your mother called. So what's going on, George?
Oh, Bert, look around you. Can't you tell? I was living and breathing. Merry Christmas, Bert.
Oh, Merry Christmas. But I think I ought to take you home, George.
Oh, no, Bert, honestly, I'm fine, really. Mary!
George!
Well, hello, Miss Beck, Examiner.
Mr. Rayleigh, you have a notice we must talk about.
Oh, I know, isn't it wonderful? Well, Mary, oh, look at this droppy old house. Well, Mary, kids! Oh, you wonderful kids. Oh, I could just eat you all. Oh, kids. Well, where's your mother?
She went looking for you with Uncle Billy.
Oh, George, darling!
Mary.
Hello.
Oh, Mary, you're real. Let me touch you.
Oh, where have you been?
Oh, Mary, you won't believe what happened to me.
You won't believe what happened. Here, stand right over here, by the tree. Right there, and don't you move. Oh, I can hear them. It's a miracle. A miracle in here,
Can you believe it? Mary did it, George. She told a few people that you were in trouble and scattered all over town collecting money. Nobody asked any questions, just said, if George is in trouble, leave it to me. You've never seen anything like it.
What is this, George? Another word on the bank?
I put the double roof over my head. It doesn't for you. Thank you.
Try to do it, George. Any time for you, George. You'll run up all my accounts, George.
I'm not going to go, George. I changed my mind.
Thank you for everything, George. Guys, I just remembered. This is from London. Mr. Gower cables you need cash. My office instructed to advance it to $25,000. Merry Christmas. Hee-haw. Sam Wainwright.
Carol angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies.
the richest man in town. Wait, I forgot. An old man gave this to me at the train station. Told me to give it to you specifically.
Tom Sawyer. Who would give you a beautiful copy of Tom Sawyer?
Let's find out. Dear George,
Remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence.
A very dear friend of mine, just like all of you. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, George!
What's this? Say, what does teacher say? That's right, attaboy, Clarence. Carter.
Oh, the maintenance be forgot and never brought to mind. The maintenance be forgot.